Today we will be learning retrieving the records with using class. So we will try this query. Select order ID, order status, customer ID, first name from orders, join customers using customer ID. Let's try this. By logging into OBIEE schema. You can see here we are making join with two tables using order ID as a join. So columns, using two different columns from two different tables, similar columns, that means like order ID is available under the orders and order ID is available under the customers. So we can make a join with these two and we can pull the results into the output. So retrieving the records with using class, like in this example we have seen customer ID column in the orders and customers table are joined. Thus the first name of the customers who placed each order is shown, like customer first name who placed each order can be seen by making the join with two different tables using customer underscore ID. Let's try with another example. Using aliases with using class. We'll try this query. Select, connect to HR. So it will throw you an error. Using alias tables with the using class, we need to have here why it is throwing an error is you cannot qualify a column that is used in using class itself. Further, like if that column is used anywhere in the SQL statement, you cannot alias it. For example, like in this query, like mentioned, you should not use an alias table in the location ID column where class, because like column is used in the using class. Column is used in the using clause. The columns that are referenced in the using clause should have the qualifier table name or alias. Anywhere in SQL statement, for example, the following statement is valid. Select L.city, D. department name from locations. L joins departments D using location ID, where location ID equal to 1400. The columns that are common in both tables but not used in using clause must be prefixed with an table alias, otherwise you get column ambiguous defined error in the following statement. So let us try with the changes and some kind of modification within the query. So we will try with another query here in order to avoid this error. Select, So we'll try to write this query in the SQL Plus. Let's see. Here you can see first name d dot department name, d we are giving alias name for the departments, and d dot manager id from the departments table manager id, from employees e we are aliasing employee table, and joining with department d using department id of departments is equal to employees department id, where department id is 50, we are getting this records. Let us remove 50 in the where class. We'll get, if we remove where class directly, we'll get all the set of records, 106 records. And one record why it is missing is there is an null within the department id, so that record related is missing here. If we increase it to 60, department 60, if you want to see, you can provide department 60. And if you want to provide department 70, you can provide department 70. If you want to see department 10, you can see 10 related records. If you want to see 20, you can see 20 related records. Like this, we can frame each and every query here with selecting from the departments, different departments. Yeah, here. Next, creating joins with on clause. We are going to see creating joins with on clause. Yeah. Now here we are going to retrieving the records with the on class. We will try to retrieve the records with the on class. So here we are trying to retrieving the records with on class. So select e dot order status, comma, e dot customer ID, e dot order ID, d dot order ID. That means e is alias we are making it for the orders, and d is alias we are making it for the order items. So we whatever the column we want, first we are providing the alias name, table dot alias table name dot column. So we are providing here e dot order status, e dot customer ID, e dot order ID, and d dot order ID, d dot quantity. From orders where we are mentioning that one as e, and join on order items where we are mentioning that as d. On which condition we want to space, that is the condition which we are going to use it in on. So we want to make this one with an on condition saying that e dot order ID equal to d dot order ID. That's how we are making this condition work in real time. So let's try this, typing the same condition into SQL plus. So here we are trying with SQL plus. Okay, we need to run this connecting to OE schema. You can see here order status, customers, order ID from orders, and order ID and quantity from last two order ID and quantity from customer items table. That's how, like last two you are getting it from order ID items, and first three we are getting from orders table. So retrieving records with the on class. In this example, like order ID columns in the orders and order item tables are joined using on class, where an order ID in the orders table equals a order ID in the order items table. The row is retrieved. The table alias is necessary to qualify matching column names. So you can also use the on class to join columns that have different names. The parenthesis around the joined columns, as in the example in the slide, E dot order ID equal to D dot order ID, is an optional. So even on E dot order ID equal to D dot order ID will work. When you use the execute statement icon to run on the query, SQL developer suffixes n_1 to differentiate the difference between the two order IDs. So here I want to make a note here for you all. Now next thing is, like, we are going to learn creating three-way joins